morning. Today is May 3rd, 2022, on my way into the day job, and yesterday was a pretty slow day, and end of day I had a scheduled appointment with Fabio, the mechanic, because he did a bunch of work with the fuel pump and suspension and whatnot on the VW, and the float on the fuel pump is registering wrong, and so we knew this had happened on Saturday and used the car on Sunday and Monday. I told him in the morning on Monday when I called him that I would be there after work unless I had night work, and he agreed. And I told him I would give him a courtesy call or a text message to let him know that I was on the way. And once I did that, he said, now's not a good time. I'm like, what? You knew we had scheduled this on Saturday, didn't come in on Sunday, and on Monday we called and confirmed that the appointment was there. Why are other people being pushed in front of me? I have a scheduled appointment well in advance of anybody else, and it doesn't make any difference if you're in the middle of some shiitake, or not. I'm the customer, and I'm a paying customer versus some of the other customers that he has to go strong-arm to try and get those funds, and it's really frustrating. So yesterday I decided to stop by and check in to see what he was in the middle of and why it was so pressing or a bad time that he could not work on me. Lo and behold, there was a police officer there, and he's muscling his co-worker Ira out of the shop, and this has been coming for at least the 6 or 7 months that I've known Fabio, and finally came to a head, and somebody ended up calling the police, and they escorted him out of the property so that he could be free and clear. So now hopefully Fabio will change the locks on his property per my suggestion, and coordinate a time to get toolboxes and whatnot out for Ira. Ultimately, I think this is a good thing for Fabio. If you're not surrounded by the best team in your work environment, then you definitely need to change, and you have to go through a selection process, not just a hiring process. Just don't bring in a warm body. Select somebody that's good for your company. Somebody that's going to adhere to the environment and the systems that you have in place, or the systems that you desire to have in place. Somebody who will contribute and be respectful and be a face in front of your customers, etc. So that's a good lesson for you, because maybe you're the person that got selected, and are you bringing value to the company? Speaking of which, Jim has a meeting tonight to change topics with a broker out at the Scottsdale Air Park. I believe it's 6 o'clock, and at that point in time he'll have presented an offer, I think, from Gopher Delivery Service, and the ramifications of that are, I got personal information on my computer, and need to find out what I have to do in order to be able to get that personal information off. Life's work is synced up between home computer and work computer, so that I'm able to get things done and have that stuff in a vault, if you will. So I know right off the bat that I should not delete just all the contents inside of that folder, because then it would delete throughout the network. And as far as passwords, it's just going into the browsers and going into the settings and removing any of the passwords and stuff that are residual inside of the browsers. So, other than that, I don't think that there's that much information there. It's mainly just the OneDrive for personal, OneDrive for the corporation, and and Dropbox. And then the financial software, just have to make sure that that's backed up and uninstalled. So, other than that, we got a new employee on Ruben's side, Lillian, and she is probably getting dropped off prior to somebody from the office being there to let her in. She doesn't doesn't have a key, so I've been respectful and staying there until 5:30. Yesterday was the first day, just to make sure that she could call her husband and close up the shop and be safe. Just because a lot of times we have vagrants who will come to the parking lot and whatnot. Did not do any secondary income as a result of all the drama last night. Have it scheduled again for today to get back onto the VW challenges. Hopefully there's no drama tonight, and I'm not going to be told that tonight's not a good night. Probably should just go into the secondary source of income if he says that it's not a good night, but then again, that means that I would be filling up the tank again. So I'm going to cut this off now on my way into work, but I know I'm going to be getting text messages, possibly shutting off the alarm in the building, and have to make a stop on the way in. This morning I might have to do a quick run for one of our clients. Not sure what decision they made, if they want something taken care of before 9 o'clock or by 10 o'clock. So hit the ground running. Oh, last night I did watch a little bit of hockey. I watched the Kings defeat the Edmonton Oilers in a hockey match, first round of the Stanley Cup, and I watched I had two TVs going while I was completing the education chapter at home, and that was a good feeling. So a lot of good steps in there. Got moved to, excuse me, a lot of steps inside of there, and a lot of the subchapters needed to be moved into an appendix. I'm a two-sneezer. Here's the second one. A lot of those sections needed to get moved over into an appendix. So a lot of routine type of stuff, which is good. That's the nuggets that we're looking to find throughout this document. Action steps and routines and processes as we're boiling this all down. So next chapter that we're working on is the accounting chapter, which is going to have a lot with diversification and setting up things properly. So, all right, I'm going to let you go. Love you all. And by the way, May 2nd, May 7th is Kirsten, Tracy's daughter, oldest child. It's her birthday out in Kansas. Tracy sent her a gift already, and want to wish her a happy birthday. And we miss her and Gage and Zozo, and hopefully they have a fun night and are able to get out and do something to celebrate. So happy birthday to you. Love you guys. Bye.